Alright, hi guys. So this is my first video. Um, originally I just wanted to test the screen recording software in an actual game of Town of Salem, and I planned to log on to a different account to play a game, but I wasn't paying enough attention and I accidentally logged into my main account and went to queue. I wasn't prepared of playing to play well or anything. It was kind of, this is the first time I played today. So as you can see, I'm Illuminate. I was kind of annoyed when I realised that the players in the game were all the high elo players and I was in their game. And then imagine my stress when I realised that I got the Jailer. So yeah, Jailer is one of the most stressful roles you can get, especially in high elo games. It's kind of like a make or break role. You really have to pay attention. You really have to execute pretty much every night unless things go well, and things did go pretty well for us in the beginning of this game. So as you can see, Bay is asking for some random stuff, but Bay always does this every game, so I just normally ignore him. There's me telling Aya, for some reason, I was just, I was kind of like, you kind of say that just in case you mess up, you have that kind of backup there. Anyway, I start my will. I jailed Leia. Leia is a really good player. She didn't claim anything day one, so I normally go for somebody who didn't claim and is likely to be attacked, because night one you can kind of be a protection as well. Sometimes I do it based on numbers as well, like 3, 6 and 12 are normally attacked. But yeah, I went for Leia anyway, and as you can see, she claimed kind of late. When I jailed her, there was about 3 or 4 seconds where she didn't claim, and that's kind of unusual for Leia, or at least any town player, because it shows signs of them trying to come up with a role claim whilst they're in jail. Anyway, so there are no kills here. So my initial thought was that Leia was attacked in jail, because sometimes it happens. So Water's saying she got role blocked. Now here we have John Smith coming out as a spy, saying that German Adele was attacked. And then we also have Lenny saying that they were healed by Doctor. There we go. Lenny says I was healed. And then Ellen now backs up Lenny. So we've got John Smith here is sort of in conflict with the Lenny and Helen. So Ellen and Lenny are sort of not the same faction, but they agree of what's happened in night one. They agree that Lenny's been attacked. So as you can see, I originally put Lenny as I originally thought German Adele was the immune, and then I put Lenny as the jester. So sometimes jesters do that. They say thanks Doc when they weren't attacked. So this is pretty much confirmed that John Smith Myth was an executioner, because he tried calling out German Adele as immune, which is a common executioner tactic. So I'm just scrolling up here looking at the claims again. As you can see, German Adele says he puts prostitute as his kind of Adele as his like escort role. I originally missed that. It was just one line. I've spotted this, and I think at the beginning of day 3 I noticed that. Anyway, so Lenny's claiming TP, which Taz I think has already claimed, maybe Audrey. Anyway, they said they were healed by Doctor. If this happens, the Doctor needs to come out and reveal, and he doesn't. As you can see, Aya's saying Doctor come out. The main way you want to be playing Jailer is you've got to be active. That chat log button at the top is the most important button in the game. This whole game, you can just see me clicking the chat log and just scrolling up. Like you have to keep going back and checking things. So we've got a couple people here. So we've got Taz and German saying execute 2. 2 is a confirmed evil role. I have no other leads. I do have some suspicions on some players at this moment, but it's much safer to just get rid of the executioner. I did reveal myself at the end of day 2 because there were multiple TP claims, and often in high elo games, if you don't claim, jailers obviously don't normally claim. The Mafia will know who obviously the other Mafia are, and they will know the other claims. They will probably be able to target you quite a lot of the time. They will know who the Jailer is. They might not necessarily through having a config, but because they can tell that I was a voter and I wasn't claiming, and I wasn't speaking much. So that's why I always like to reveal myself as the Jailer. In this game, it didn't work out that well. I wasn't as loud as I normally am. Normally, I would reveal a little bit earlier. You'll see why later. Why my reveal at the end was a bit kind of wasn't the best, basically. But anyway, so I got rid of the executioner. He said it wasn't a good execution because it was a wasted, and I was like, "There's no such thing as if someone's evil, you have to execute them." We already had one evil dead. I was gonna make that 2 evils dead. I'm basically gonna limit the mafia. So now the mafia, it's four mafias versus 8 town because 1 town got killed. This is a bit weird. I don't know why the mafia went after Ellen here. Ellen was the spy that called out or confirmed that Lenny was attacked. I don't know why the mafia went for the spy. A spy is a very low priority target. It's not the best role, especially once the immune rolls have gone. There's not much the spy can do, other than give away who's not mafia through random mafia visits. But as you can see, one of their random mafias is a blackmailer. As you can see, I'm blackmailed. Leia's saying that she bugged. So you can see some whispers there at the beginning of the day between Leia and Bay. Leia's saying that she bugged Bay and nothing happened, and that they visited me and Ellen. Aya's saying that I'm silent, and he realizes that I'm blackmailed. There's Audrey claiming TP. Taz is also claiming TP. So here we have Hashi. I didn't know what Hashi's role is. Hashi just said 1 knows my role, but I don't even know what 1's role is. 1 just claimed lookout, and 6 just claimed says 1 no. 1 is a very suspicious player. I was kind of wanted to get them up. I didn't trust them, so I kind of spam voted him. But I didn't really trust 6 either because I thought 1 and 6 were kind of on the same factions. Well, I voted up 6 anyway. Leia's there again, kind of confirming that I'm BM'd. It's difficult to read what these people what these say. It's kind of obvious when you look back at the end of the game. If you look back at who the mafia were at the end of the game, it's kind of obvious to see like how they kind of play out during the day. It's kind of hard to sometimes read that during the game. Anyway, so Water's whispering to me saying that she didn't see my jailer change the claim. I'll watch you tonight. At this point, I don't know if I trusted Water at this point. I mean, she voted day 2. She voted the arsonist up. She has a goodwill. So basically, I was kind of like I didn't know if I was going to trust Water there. So Hashi just got lynched. Basically, he should have CC'd earlier. And anyway, I looked up and I didn't see Tim voting. I didn't see him vote day 2. I didn't see him vote now. As you can see, there's nothing against. He hasn't claimed or anything. So I think it's a safe execution, or at least a safe jail at this point in the game, especially after the thing is, when a town gets lynched in a high elo game, you kind of want to look at who is the first vote, and I think what I was doing just before this, I was looking up to see who was the first vote on Hashi, because the Mafia knew that Hashi wasn't Mafia, so, and I think it was Aya was one of the first votes. So at this point, yeah, so Tim claims Vigi, and TK is the only role claim that hasn't been claimed, so I'm not going to execute this, because I know Tim isn't a very active player in terms of voting. He's very quiet, so I think if we went back, you could see Bay whispering to me, telling me something to do, or maybe that was to get the day after. Right, so no one attacked here. This was kind of surprising for me. I thought there would definitely be a death here because I wasn't really trust Tim. Turns out the Mafia went to try and attack Tim. Again, this was not a smart play on the Mafia. I don't know why they went for Tim. He wasn't a voter. He hadn't claimed. As Mafia, you want to be killing the people that aren't voting, even if they are town, because you can then miscench them. So Water then whispers me saying that I was visited by 3 people. Taz and Audrey both claim TP. Leia claims Spy, who was late from night 1. So, and that backs up what 13 Preco is saying about Leia being Mafia. So I was 100% sure there that Leia was Mafia. Also, he posts a will saying Tim and Aya were not suspicious. So yeah, And here we go, Leia. She bugged the jailer when I'm revealed. That's not a smart thing to do as a spy. As a spy, you bug people who are going to lie about what happened to them. The jailer's not going to lie about if he was roadblocked or if he was witched. Bay is then conflicting with Water's will. I already sort of never trusted Bay because she was. Here we go. Look at this. Bay didn't vote up Leia here, and now he's whispering to me to try and get me to jail the same person who was just attacked, or jail Taz. It was at this point that Taz was now 100% confirmed. I knew Taz was probably town anyway, but this was the icing on the cake for Taz's confirmation basically. And Bay basically dug himself into a hole even deeper by not voting up this and then trying to tell me to jail Taz, who did vote up this. And obviously Water noticed that as well. Water, so yeah, I'm definitely going to execute Bay. Leia's trying to say that Aya's immune. The only immune players would be the neutrals or a self-vesting bodyguard. It wouldn't really make sense, especially if this is Mafia. Piper's telling me I think there's a consort, or I know one of the random Mafias is blackmailer, and I also know that German Adele is an escort, and I know for a fact he's a confirmed escort. So I jail Bay, obviously execute, say bye, because he's completely fake. He claimed to have watched me the same day that Leia visited me, but I trust Waters way more than Bay. Water had a good reason for not watching me night 2, which was that I revealed kind of late. The fact that the bodyguard missed it as well, like if 2 people missed the claim, like it's more legit than one does. So here I am, I'm saying Aya because I knew that Aya didn't vote the blackmailer up, and I don't think Leia did either. I don't think Piper did either. And Piper trying to tell me there's a consort, it's not really adding anything. I haven't seen Piper claim at all. Anyway, but Bay kind of gives up in jail. Can't blame him for that. They go for Taz, which is probably the best move for them, because Taz was for the TP, and he's basically now confirmed because they knew that Bay was pushing on him. So at this point in the game, I was going to tell Water there that I hoped that Audrey wasn't the random Mafia, because if the other random Mafia was like a framer or something, sometimes the framer can visit me, the jailer, and the lookout sees that, and then Audrey can then claim doctor or bodyguard, and he's confirmed. And that might have been the reason why they wanted to kill the spy early. So I was kind of trusting that that Audrey was actually a random town TP, which made sense. Which made sense because the number of evils left were 2, and Aya and Piper kind of fitted those 2 slots. So yeah, Kyoko then confirms this. Kyoko is doing a great job and checking the people that haven't claimed and haven't been voting. So Kyoko was a really good sheriff this game. They checked the Godfather at night 2 actually. Anyway, yeah, I'm just kind of like, this isn't really serious here. I'm just laughing at what Piper was trying to tell me, that there was a consort when she is Mafia. I just kind of find that funny. Aya's kind of given up at this. I realised he didn't claim anything. Tries to claim vet to me. Obviously, the TK is Tim, who was attacked. So at this point, the game's kind of over. Aya's asking why I'm not blackmailed. This was because German Adele, the escort, blocked Piper. So German Adele, again, played very well this game. The important thing is that when German Adele was accused of being immune, night 1, day 2, he immediately posted his will. So that's what happens. If you get accused as town, or even as evil, you don't just sit there and say, oh, that's an executioner. You claim a role, you post your will, and you push back on the person accusing you. Anyway, here's me asking Aya why they attacked Tim over someone like 12, when 12 was an escort and a confirmed town. Like, that is going to be your number 1 target. The TPs are obviously going to be on the jailer. The lookout's going to be on the TPs. So I'm just like making fun of that. Anyway, unanimous guilties. So this game wasn't the hardest game. There were 2 evils dead. Basically, it was 8 versus 4 on day 3, which is a very, very good start for town. There's no requirement for me to execute night 3. In most games, it will normally be at least 2 town dead on day 3. And if you haven't executed night 2, you really want to be executing night 3. I think Taz was making fun of me after this game for not executing night 3. But as I said, when I jailed Tim on night 3, I didn't have a TKCC, or at least I was annoyed that if there was a real TKCC, they would have publicly claimed it to me in whispers or something, because I was a revealed jailer. Anyway, yeah, we're just joking about here. This just tends to happen in these kind of games. People just mess about at the end. So that was a good game. I didn't have to track the random towns either. I didn't even know what the third random town was. I guess it's... Well, there was a spy, a sheriff, and a lookout. So I guess 2 of them were the TPs. Because there was Audrey was a bodyguard or a doctor or something. And then Water and Kyoko were sheriff. So this game had... The first 2 random towns were TP. And the last one was TI. So I'm just here. I'm joking with Jeb and Adele. Making fun of what Piper was saying. So yeah, that was basically an example of a game. Leia, Bay, Piper, and Aya are all above 2,000 elo. So, and I'm only 1,800. So I got a surprising amount of elo for this. I got 6 off this game, which I was really happy about. Anyway, yeah, Adele did the right thing by blocking Audrey, because it came down to Audrey or Aya. They're both claiming the last kind of confirmed town role. So that's the end of the game. I got 6 elo for that, which is still in diamond. So yeah, so that was a pretty good game. Then my messages weren't sending here at the end, which was quite funny, but yeah, whatever. I don't know if I'm going to make more videos. I wanted to see how this was. If there's any improvements to this video, then let me know. But anyway, thanks for watching. Bye.